come here today to join Emily in marriage?
I do.
Emily, do you come here today to join Raymond in marriage?
I do.
Please join hands and share your vows with one another. Would you like me to read them to you, or you want to do it by yourself?
I'll do it.
Okay.
I, in front of our friends and family, choose you to be my husband and my partner. To love you unconditionally. To be patient with you and with myself. To share my life with you. To welcome all of life's many changes. To support you through difficult times and celebrate good. To be open, honest, and affectionate. And to every day be grateful for your presence in my life.
I, here in front of our friends and family, choose you to be my wife and partner. To love you unconditionally as you are. To be patient with you and with myself. To share my life with you. To experience life's changes together.
To support you.
Be supportive in the hard times. To celebrate the good.
To be open, honest.
To be open, honest, and affectionate. And to every day be grateful for your presence in my life.
It's now time for the rings. So if you could please pass the rings to the respective partners. Thank you, Paul. These wedding rings are an outward symbol of your private bond. May you wear these rings and remember the love you share with each other. Raymond and Emily asked me to give a few words of advice. So I have 3 little bits of advice for you today as you continue this journey together, this journey that we're celebrating today with so much joy. The first one is, be open to the gifts that the universe offers to you. Particularly the unexpected, surprising, scary ones even. There are so many things that happen that we can't control. And sometimes those things suck. And sometimes they're extraordinarily beautiful. The universe may present you with surprising gifts over the course of the years. I hope it does. Both gifts to your relationship and gifts that aren't meant for you personally, but to pass on to your partner. Hi, honey, I'm home. Look what the universe put in my path for you today. So keep your eyes open. Watch out for these gifts. Sometimes the best ones are tiny, seemingly insignificant little trifles that make a day or a month, even a year happier. When the universe puts something beautiful in your path, notice it. And when the universe puts something difficult in your path, something that you need to learn from it, suck it up together, regardless of whose path it's on or if it's on both of your paths together. Contemplate together what you need to learn from it, and also appreciate together the learning opportunity, even when that opportunity does slip. Pay attention to the ridiculous ideas, the ridiculous people, the ridiculous opportunities that appear in your lives. And I know, Raymond, that you already do this because you took me seriously when I suggested that a Russian handwriting transliteration program might be an interesting idea. And Emily, I know that you worked at what most would consider a extremely physically demanding and largely thankless job as a nursing assistant, as a very unconventional but deeply compassionate way to prepare for med school. I'm not saying take seriously all the ridiculous opportunities that present themselves. Some of them are bad ideas. Some of them are bad people. Well, maybe not bad people, but not the right people for you at that time. And some of them are not the right opportunities, but especially the scariest looking ones. The riskiest looking opportunities. The ideas that would challenge the core of what you hold sacrosanct, what you hold as absolutely necessary for the continued existence of your lives and your marriage. Think about those really carefully, especially if they keep popping up and bugging you, like that bug that's crawling around on your neck right now. Thank you. Examine those things that keep popping up and really challenge you like they're precious gems, whether they're emeralds or pieces of asphalt. What would it risk to take them on? And is the risk worth it? Sometimes it will be. My second piece of advice is largely practical, although with a certain philosophical bent. I am a doctor in philosophy, so, and I have a certain penchant for Marxist theory, so here's my Marxism-inflected wedding advice. I think Marx might be rolling over in his grave right now when he hears this, but whatever. My observation is, of the fair number of relationships I've seen in my adult life, it's sometimes often the economics of relationships that make or break them. The management of the means of production, if you will. Yes, money is part of it, but maybe even more importantly, the other limited resources of your lives, like space in your tiny apartment, for example, and particularly time. As busy professionals, you've already tackled this beast many times, but it only gets worse. And you're looking at me going, how can it possibly get worse than going to grad school, med school in 2 different states? You ask. But I don't know, honestly, but I'm just saying it probably will. So, your patience and love for each other can be unlimited. You can dig deep for those, and they will always come out if you can dig deeply enough. But even unlimited patience and love can grow thin if the economic foundations aren't there to support you. When you don't have the time, when you're stressed about the money, when someone is invading your space, when your physical capabilities reach their limits. Spend time, continue to spend time, regularly negotiating what is enough in the economics of your relationship, in the broadest conception of limited resources. When you can stand together on the foundation of what is enough for both of you, then you've made room for what really matters. My last piece of advice: always assume that your partner wants the best for you. Assume that their love is unselfish. That they do not want the best for you as someone who is with them, but for you as a full, healthy, growing individual. Assume that they do want you with them forever, but with them as you to your fullest potential. Remember this especially when you get mad. You will think badly of each other. I'm sure you already have countless times. It's part of a healthy relationship. Your partner is going to continue to piss you off for eternity, or whatever it is that we're aiming for here. So when this happens, there are so many important things to remember, things that are so very hard to remember when you're fired up. Empathy, trying to feel what they must be feeling, which surprisingly often isn't what you might be feeling if you were in their place. Remember that. Also courage. Courage to be humble and set aside your own pride. But even bigger, courage to accept that you are lovable to the limitless extent that your partner seems to love you. Remember that your partner has chosen and chooses every day that they want to be with your fullest existential manifestation. They want to make mistakes with the most powerful expression of who you are. And I think all of us here can agree that that's kind of a terrifying idea, given how powerful each of you are. You could make some really big mistakes together. And I hope you do. So be bold. Keep your eyes open to surprising gifts. Take risks. Make mistakes. Together, in response to everything the universe throws at you, take risks also on your own, knowing that your partner will always do everything they can to serve as a safety net. But don't be afraid to take the biggest risks within your relationship itself. The scariest ideas, the most outlandish opportunities might appear in the space between you. The most ridiculously challenging person to enter your life in your future might just be holding your hand right now. Always assume that they are choosing to be as abundantly present as they possibly can to the most vulnerable manifestation of yourself that you can muster. All of us love you so very much. Congratulations. I now pronounce you husband and wife.